My dear collective, welcome to a random reading. Okay, it's been a minute. Right now, during this time, it is a divine feminine reading. Okay, I think, no, like a few days ago, like 1 or 2 days, I did a divine masculine. Today, it's a divine feminine reading. Okay, so if you're watching for divine feminine or you're divine feminine watching, these messages are relevant if it resonates. Okay. So first things first, there's some sort of attack against the feminine. Okay. I'm gonna read the notes. Okay. So the attack in terms of a symptom, like if you know anything about a spiritual attack, this is kind of like what this is. Okay. Symptom wise, divine feminine. So you could have like random nausea and sleepless nights, or you could be sleeping too much and still feel tired. Okay, emphasis on if you sleep too much, like not according to your schedule or routine, but you still feel drained. Your finances could be off, either you're overspending, okay, or there is some loss in your assets. Okay. Another symptom is losing money, like just like losing. It could be anything from losing your wallet, not getting, the salary that you deserve, like something like some sort of cut down, or somebody like manipulating your finances, something of this nature. Okay. And for some, random like depression, like just like a spirit of just depression basically. Okay, feeling like life is not worth it. I don't know if it started off with this anxiety, depression, and then over time, like, I also have to say with the disclaimer, like, if you know that you're healthy and that you're good on terms of like how you go about your life, medically, spiritually, all of that, right? And you get these symptoms, I feel like that will resonate more. Okay. I know a lot of readers may not agree with me, but some could very much be like, you have nausea, and it could be relevant to your PMS. Okay, because as spiritual as I am, I do believe in science, right? I do believe in the human body as it operates through life. So that's why I always say, if you ever get attacked, if you're under spiritual attack, make sure that you know what it is, so you don't mix it up with something that's either medically happening to you or like hormonally. You get me? Okay, so let's continue. So like I was saying, a spirit of depression, nausea, sleeping too much, sleeping less, having issues with your finances, having losing money, or like overspending. Okay, there is spirits that operates in order to tamper with certain people. Emphasis on divine feminines. Okay, so this is that type of reading. So yeah, why they're doing this, I always find it quite similar, like in my journey of it all, and also research based, that a lot of people get attacked, like the divine, like twin flames, right? The chosen ones, divine masculines, divine feminines, twin flames, chosen people when they're about to excel in their life. Specifically for twin flames, when you got about to get into union, a lot of attacks happened. Other examples could be, I don't feel like this will resonate, but as an example, you and your divine masculine are on good terms. All of a sudden, next week, they'll be doing the worst thing they could ever do before you get into union. It's so weird. It's kind of like, why would your divine masculine call off the wedding? Why will they be upset with you when they took the initiative. Like, you literally just met a week ago or a day ago or a few hours ago. All of a sudden, they decided to cheat. They decided to make you their enemy number one. Like, it's weird shit like this. And a lot of people, like the everyday non-chosen ones, non-twin flames, they won't get this. They would just be like, you're overthinking divine feminine, or you're overthinking divine masculine, right? But no, a lot of it has to do with magic and attacks, because you coming into union is such a powerful thing. Like, on the word, well, on the spiritual sense, but also for the world to see. I always say this: twin flames are brought together to raise the vibration, right? And if you are standing in light with your person, there's only one opposition. So yeah, let's get into it. Like, I don't know about you guys, but haven't you noticed that it's much easier for no, I think that's a bad analogy or example, but there was somebody that was like, I was talking to, and they're like, everybody's always looking for their ideal person, and then when they find their ideal person, why are they still messing around? Like, I don't understand. If they have their dream girl or boy, why are they still effing around, right? And somebody said that a lot of people, they deal with individuals because of what society thinks, right? But in reality, they don't really see themselves in that frequency, so they go and deal with the people that are on the same level, right? That's why I always say, be mindful and use discernment when it comes to your twin flame. Like, it's no joke, yeah. And people will be kind of question mark on, like, I don't understand why they divorced. Like, they've been together for 10, 15, 20 years. I don't understand. Like, all of a sudden they had a whole different life, or had children over there, or all of a sudden, the worst thing they could ever do, they did it to the person that was, like, the closest to them. It doesn't make sense, right? But, like, I can be like, baby the situation and say, oh, some of it is trauma, but some of it is magic. I don't know. But yeah, the symptom series basically what's relevant here. Divine feminines are on the attack, spiritually attacked, okay? I'm trying to come up with, mention more examples. Like, bad dreams could be the start of this as well. But yeah, why are they doing, I was also channeling England again for some odd reason. Now, this could be linked to the Divine Masculine reading I just did like a day or 2 days ago. And that was basically more so you guys are getting into union, past people want to come in, fake twin flames, karmic twin flames, toxic twin flames, right? More so on the masculine side. And I feel like now the revelation that I'm tuning into for you guys is more so the attacks on the divine feminine, okay? And the other reading was more so the confusion, manipulation, and the attack on the divine masculine, okay? Now, I don't know, maybe somebody's doing some sort of magic, hoodoo, voodoo, something, or I don't know. I really don't know. But the thing is, if they do, like, I need you to cleanse. I know I say this 24/7/8, but fasting is a very good way to cleanse. You know, some people take salt bath. Some people, they gaze in the sun. So what is relevant for the collective based on the cards? I feel like you don't have to worry, but it's going. Some of you guys are affected, even if it's like for an hour, a day, or a week. There is some sort of like, you know, some, you know, the effect is in place. So mother, you could be a mother figure, yeah, you could be a mother figure for your children, for your twin flame, you know, as in very nurturing, very caring. But on the flip side, this came out in reverse. For some of you guys, the person that is attacking you is a mother figure, you know, somebody that act like your mom or is your mom. If it's your mom, they're using something. To simply put it, whenever you're being attacked and it affects you on a deeper level, so for instance, and I know a lot of this is gonna sound very controversial, but like if you are having all the symptoms, right, and above, like you don't even have to go to a voodoo priest or hoodoo priest. Magic from a family member is one of the worst thing to be affected by. I will never shy. I will always stand. Like, it doesn't matter. Magic by a family member. I am not talking about. It doesn't matter. Like family by you could be the highest, whatever, in terms of like a practitioner, but to get affected by magic from a family member is a different type because they share your blood. Like there's levels to this, okay? And if they also have ill intention towards you or even practice dark arts, like it's really a roller coaster. It really is. And to be quite honest, like the only advice I can give, it is fasting, it is cleansing your home, your energy, the salt baths, the meditation, the prayer, anything you can find in terms of your protection times 10, right? Especially like if it's more than one, but I feel like in this case it's a mother figure that's doing this attack against the divine feminine. Now it could be also like, let's say your divine masculine's mother, or a mother figure that was close to divine masculine that's doing this. But for some of you guys, it is your own mother that is doing this shenanigans. And to simply put it, because you're breaking a generational curse, okay? When you are shifting your vibration and you're creating a new lineage, okay? Because for some of you guys, that's like one of your missions as well, creating a new lineage, breaking the poverty mindset, breaking the people-pleasing, victim mentality mindset. Like, it's a lot of it that goes into, like, you know, coming in union with your twin flame in healing as your own individual collective. Because they didn't do it and now you're on top of it, and now it's like their spirit is shaking, okay? So they have to attack you so they won't get affected. It's silly, it's insane, it sounds ludicrous, but hey, it is a spiritual channel, and this is one of those readings where it's like we get deep here, you know. Here today it's not so much about the music, okay? Yeah, so for a lot of you guys, it's a mother figure. And for some of you guys, you are a mother. The thing is that they didn't have a love life, so they don't want you to have a love life. It's crazy. And I also will stand by this, having a twin flame, divine feminines, is not about the love. Like, I'm serious, it really is about raising the vibration. Some of you guys are doing it in a different way, right? Some of you guys, it's the family that you create with your person. For some of you guys, it's the entrepreneurship, it's the ministry, it's the healing, right? whether it's you like something to help the collective. So you could be a firefighter, a doctor, a counselor, um, a volunteer worker. I don't know, but something that would change the shift of humanity. Okay, listen, guys, if you're not on this journey, you would think this is silly. You'd think this is ludicrous. You would think this is like, gibberish. You're not on the twin flame journey. Okay, if this doesn't make sense to you at any, like in terms of the twin flames, the divine masculine, all of this terminology, being spiritually attacked, all of that, like this is not your reading. I think it's better for you to be watching my soulmate readings, which is like very much based on the music channeling. That's like for the everyday, right? We do a little 1-2-1-2 on the cards. For what it's worth, I mentioned a little bit on the lyric. That is like very generic for the everyday person to digest. This is not one of those times. Okay? So please, if it's too much or if it sounds kind of crazy, it is not for you. Okay? So, with that being said, this mother figure or whomever is attacking you, okay, because it could be blood related, it could be non-blood, is the attack against feminines and the symptoms that I mentioned prior. It's because you're about to step into your love life. They don't want this and they're trying to block you with these attacks. Okay, this person also very much or people, if it's one or many, I'm not quite sure yet, you could block them or you have bond. Okay, maybe not block, but you definitely have some boundaries to them. For some of you guys, you're not speaking to them. Okay, or you're still. No, it's either you have boundaries, you're not speaking to them. As for now, I don't feel like you have blocked them, but it's more so you're not on speaking terms, right? And they're trying to figure a way on how to slither themselves back into your life. These people that's attacking you, right? But it's like they can't. Okay, they're trying to be strategic. The card, okay, they're trying to do this, right? But like, yeah. So I feel like a lot of you guys already knew what's up. You got some sort of revelation on the moon cycle. I think it was on the Aries full moon. It could have started during that time. I feel some of you guys are aware of this, okay? I also feel like these people are attacking you. Heavy on if they share your blood, they know when your union is close. They know when you're like in heat for your person or your person is in heat for you, and they would do whatever it takes to be like, I cannot have divine feminine to be with their person. And it's all simply because they didn't get to receive the love that you're getting. But the thing is, it's not your fault. You're not responsible for them to like have love, which is crazy, especially if it's like a mother figure or a blood mother, right? This person, they miss you very much. It's a codependent individual. They miss you crazy, okay? This is also an individual that could act like they're very holy or religious, right? Very much like, for instance, they could be, like religious and you are spiritual, or you believe the same thing, but you don't like go to church, and they are, but behind the scenes, they're here wishing bad on you, praying that you won't receive love because they don't have love. Like, make it make sense. How can you be somebody of faith, like in terms of theology, religion, and still wish bad against people that are closest to you, let alone your own blood, right? It doesn't make sense. But hey, this is why jealousy and envy do. This person here, they're about to get a tower moment in a storm because of what they created in your life. Okay, they're about to get manipulated themselves. Okay, 14 could be relevant. I think the numbers are relevant here. 14, we got 26. I'm also tuning into 16. We got 14 again. Okay, yeah. This person is very sneaky. Okay, I feel like, you know, whomever is upset here, I need you to listen to your intuition here. Whoever's like annoyed and upset, I need you to listen to your intuition and do this, okay? This is a little advice card for the one that's like in their feelings. Because it's like, I know you're trying to figure out a way to not make this happen. It's very hard when it's somebody that you know, or somebody that shares your blood. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's difficult. Okay? It really is. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat. Like, the only one that can do and kind of like end all of this, my belief system, is God. Okay? And that's it. Because maybe for some of you guys who've been going through this for a while, okay? Like, think of it as like energy vampires. Anytime you're close to them, you feel drained. And when you come home or when you cleanse yourself, you feel good again. You know, there are certain people that are just not for your highest and best good. For some of them, they were trying to make sure that you, it's not even about the love part. For some of them, the blockages was you not to have a child, okay? Again, equally as crazy. But for some of you guys, the attack was they don't want you to have love, divine feminines. For others, they didn't want you to have offspring. They didn't want you to have children, okay? Hey, even if you do have it already, maybe there's another one coming, and that one is one of those special children for some reason. They just didn't want to, because remember, the reason why you're with your twin flame and getting into union is because you're supposed to change the energetic shift of the planet, okay? Yeah. I'm also tuning into, based on that card, they wanted you to give their child, give them a child. Okay, so for some of you guys, I don't think this is a mother figure situation. Obviously, these are the cards that came out, but anyone that's attacking you that you know based on your intuition, like, it doesn't have to be mother figure or blood related. You know, I'm just kind of doing a little debriefing for you guys. But for some of you guys, the person that's doing this attacking wanted you to give up on children or give away your child. Okay? Or did, yeah, something of this nature. Okay, these two cards came out. So it could be blood related. So there could be something very special with this child, okay? Listen, they're about to receive karma, okay? I'm also tuning into about to break this karmic lineage as well. Maybe some sort of music will guide you in order to how to go about this, okay? Just how I channel music for you and your person. Maybe you can get some sort of music in terms of you and whomever is attacking you, okay? Something will take place in this moment in time. There's also going to be conversation, okay? Or somebody wants to talk to you. Maybe you're gonna move out or move in somewhere, okay? Or need to tell them to move out or something. Somebody's gonna move, okay? And somebody's gonna move out. That's what I'm tuning into. And remember, lastly, that you're loved. Go where you appreciate it and where you're loved, okay, collective? So yeah, these are the signs and the messages. You're gonna get some clarity, truth, okay? And remember to claim your power and don't let this shift change your character, okay? Because that could also be one of the things that you might feel like, oh, I knew this, I knew that person was on some bullshit, but you just needed that confirmation. Listen, go according to the plan in terms of you and your spirit team, okay? Don't let them see you sweat, act out of character, because this is what they want you to be in, okay? Because remember, the energy that they are trying to siphon from you or get from you is for you not to see the light, be in light, and lose your power. So for instance, this is gonna sound very morbid to say, let's say you're pregnant and you know that a mother figure is on some bullshit. If you act angry or upset, you know, it could affect the child some way. So like, don't let it twist your essence and go based on what your spirit team wants to do. I also feel like your divine masculine is helping you energetically or physically as well during this journey of the people that are attacking you. Because remember, some of you guys are in union, but it's kind of crazy of how things are happening right now. And for some of you guys, you're about to get into union, okay? So see it as more so the people that are your opposition that are doing the most to keep you guys separated or not realizing your true self or your person's true self, okay? I really hope my English is you know, doing what it's supposed to do. We're gonna do some initials, okay? You know, not to be corny, but you know, drinking some water is also tea, okay? It's also very 10-10. Stay hydrated. You know, like try to stay high vibrational, I guess. Let's do some, this thing here. Like I've heard a lot of crazy stuff when it comes to separating the twin flames. You know, like a lot of crazy stuff. Like, and it's not the everyday he cheated, they cheated. You know, but like I don't know. I know about you guys, but I feel like twin flames, they be going through it. It's a lot. It really is. So, first but the last initials, yeah, they wanted you guys to sabotage yourself so you guys can sabotage the union and each other. But this is not the time for that. This is time for you guys to fight, okay? It really is. It really reminds me of the no weapon formed against me, but the weapon have been formed. So it's time for you guys to fight. So let's do a little advice card from the affirmation deck. This is what I mentioned before. It's essential for you to claim back your power, collective. Okay, divine feminine. Know who the fuck you are, okay? So with that being said, thank you for stopping by and good luck on the journey that is your life. And see you in the next reading, okay? Whenever that is.